Hi, everyone. I hope you're doing well. Um, I hope it's a good day for you. I hope your week is going well. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you so much. I really do. I, uh, I am just always pleased with all of the comments and the responding to each other and welcoming everyone. It's a wonderful space. Thank you for creating that. Um, All right, so let's get to it. Hi, I'm Holly. I'm a psychic medium. I remembered my intro this morning. Um, Hi, I'm Holly. Anyway, yeah, just old-fashioned psychic medium, energy reader. I love, love, love Oracle and Tarot decks of all kinds, and use those as a jumping off point. I always ask Spirit to step in, and I kind of try to let you guys know what I'm doing as I go along. If so inclined, sorry, I'm losing my voice. If so inclined, please subscribe to the channel and like the video. But again, you have free will, and this is a general reading, and I'm not going to tell anybody what to do. Except gaze at this lovely, lovely mug. It almost looks like one of those old shaving mugs, that men would use with the big bristle brush. That's what it almost reminds me of, but it is actually a coffee or tea mug. But it has vintage flowers, roses, and such. So it's a comfort. This is comforting. This is a comfort, feel good image for me. Oh, so good. And I hope it is for all of you. Okay, so let's go to right off the top here, right off the bat. Right at the, I don't know what that, I think I might be getting that phrase wrong. Oh, anyway. I'm sorry. We're going to go to there we go now, that's good. We're going to use the Siren's song. This is a combination of the Lenormand and the Kipper decks, and one creator used the basic cards of the decks and then created them with an aquatic or oceanic theme. So they're lovely, but they're very thick. Normally, either deck would be, half that size. Okay, state the obvious. All right. So, anyway, let's get to it and see what the messages are for the collective for today and the next 24 to 48 hours, it feels like. I mean, there is such a thing as a timeless reading where it's whenever you see it is when you're supposed to see it. And I think there is an element of that, particularly with some of the channeled messages that come in, or, very direct messages from Spirit. And we got the lily. So yeah, those are gifts. Those are gifts from Spirit. They said to leave it out. It's going to be part of this reading. Well, okie dokie. I also feel like some of the information in these readings will have a timestamp or a timeliness to them. So it's going to be a mixture of things. Some of it will be a timeless message. Wow, help me today, get this out. And some of them will be, again, it's going to be 24. I'm pushing more toward the 48, maybe 24 to 48 hours of the time that... yeah, pretty much by the end of the week. Let's just do that, by the end of the week. Man, I needed something warm. Maybe that'll help with my throat. Huh, interesting. Okay, what else? What else have we got? What else have we got? This is going to be a big read. I can feel it. This is going to be a big reading with a lot of messages because a quarter of the deck feels like it came out. It's like every other card, it felt like another one was coming out. One for me, one for you. It was almost that kind of feeling. All right. So the order then, okay. So we have Lily, Rider. These are so cute. The Rider, which normally is somebody on a horse galloping full speed ahead. This one is A guy on a seahorse. So how cute. Cute, cute, cute. All right, and then we've got Sorrows, card 32. The number 32 is striking me as very significant. That jumped out more than anything on this. There is a significance to the number 32. And then I heard 42 in my head. So this card is called Sorrows, 32. We'll figure that out in a minute. Or it's just maybe personal, something that means something for personally for people. Let's see, together that's a 5. 5 usually signifies change of some sort. Okay, so we'll see. I think it's an age. I think it's age 32. Okay. The next card, Parlor, 21, but that number doesn't hold any particular significance for me at this moment. But Parlor. Anchor, 35, which added together, and it's an 8. Lovely prosperity. Someone's getting ready to be anchored into their prosperity of the heart and prosperity of wealth and way of life and all those things. Somebody's getting ready to put their tentacles and their feelers out and be settled and stable in where they are. Okay, so there's sometimes, like what I'm doing, these are little individual messages coming through quickly while I'm waiting to see what the big storyline is here. All right, this one is Siren. Ooh, very mysterious. This has a mysterious air to it. This whole deck has kind of this obviously watery but mysterious, beckoning, kind of a beckoning, calling, like the siren song, calling the sailors out to sea, that kind of thing. I don't know. It just has you can feel the movement of water and wind in this deck. It's interesting. All right, occupation. I got to move faster because there's a lot of these. All right, bouquet. Moon. That looks to me like a big crystal ball. Ship. That octopus looks almost like a spider. Woman 2. There's more than one depiction. All right. Marriage. Cross. I told you there's a lot of them. Child. All right, we got to spread out a little bit here. There's a ton. We're not going to go through these individually. I'm just going to ask Spirit to take over and give me the dominant message with it because this is a ton. Sun. That's bright and pretty. Tower. And some of these, I'm not sure about the order necessarily, so that's why I'm just asking. Jump in, help me. Odyssey. Change. And that's change involving something in the legal system that requires signatures. Mediator. Well, there you go. All right. Oh, sorry, my neck itches. All right. Hello, world. Sorry, you all. Yep, getting a little familiar. All right, that's okay. It's just us. All right, so spirit. A lot going on here. I feel like this is an evolution. This is the evolution of... Oh, there's a whole lot going on. It almost feels like a movie reel getting ready to wind up. So this is going to be a long... it starts with something very sweet and very innocent and very pure with the lilies. They're saying just take a good long look because they're getting ready. This sounds gross, but you just vomit the story out. The reading. It really is a reading. So this is affecting Someone's a little nervous and a little uncomfortable. Not uncomfortable, they're just a little nervous and having some anxiety because, okay, so if you are feeling like change is going to require some effort, if you are feeling like it's the right thing to do, but you're not sure how to go about it because it just feels like it's going to be hit with or fraught with challenges at every turn, you have a sense of right on your side. Everything is going, it's going to end up okay, but yeah, there's going to be there's going to be a little fight and a little kickback. But your stability, your way of life, your willingness to always try to do the right thing is what's going to be, it's going to be a motivating force that will help with all decisions and for you to make the most ethical decisions. I don't know what part of the collective this is for, but someone is getting ready to make significant decisions. These decisions are going to take all involved in a brand new direction, kind of uncharted territory, uncharted waters. That's kind of what I'm getting. There's going to be a time when you're going to look at it and think, my gosh, is this worth it? Because it's so much trouble and it's so hard. And there's always that fear of loss or making a wrong choice. But ultimately, it is going to work out for the betterment of all. Okay, so I shuffled the deck and opened to where I was just told to open. And the card again is Odyssey. And that was in this big giant pile of cards. Card 10. That is coming full circle, coming around, coming to conclusion, and starting a new journey. This is a massive ship with massive sails. And it can withstand. It's a multi-layered ship. I mean, this is a massive, massive vessel. And it can withstand the odyssey it is about to go on. Odyssey is an interesting word. It's not a jaunt. It's not a trip around the, it's not a short excursion. An odyssey is epic. It's big. Someone is getting ready to embark on a very, very long journey. It's going to be partially a journey of discovery, but I just got a very good feeling. A wave come over me of joy and happiness. The discoveries will all be fun, new, and exciting, and better than the last. Man, you don't hear that very often, do you? Wow. Okay, that was a whole lot of cards for not a lot of information. I don't understand. I think there were a couple of messages in there. Messages. I do also feel like there is a distinct work angle with this as well. So there's going to be personal life, family life, and by family, I mean home and hearth, relationships, extended family, that whole thing. So it's going to be anything dealing with the personal realm of relationships in your life that are deeper than just acquaintances and that kind of thing. It's going to be like the deep connections we make, the people who are there for you, regardless and all the time. So that's going to be one way to read that. The other way to read this is professionally, but it's going to tap into your personal wellness. There are going to be a few decisions made, and it may cause some strain at first, and some confusion with the people around whomever this is for in terms of work life or professional life. It's going to cause a little bit of confusion because I think people around you are going to wonder if this is for you. They're going to wonder, what were you thinking? What are you doing? Why are you doing this? They don't understand the choices you're about to make, but they are not living your life and they're not living in your shoes. They are walking in your shoes. They are not going through what you are going through. There's also a health component involved. The health of the individual or individuals that this part of the reading is there is a fear or a concern, might be more accurate, a concern of things changing or turning that could cost, for some people, it's almost a mobility issue, it feels like. And then for others, it feels like it's fear and stress that worry could, we know stress is a horrible, horrible cause of a lot of illness and disease. This person or the group of people, they are realizing that their lifestyle needs to reflect the way they want to live and what is most important to them. Okay, so what is the outcome here for, let's go with professional first. What is the outcome? Okay, what I'm hearing is for that part of the group, they know what to do already, but they're afraid of letting people down around them, either financially or the perception of them, or I just keep hearing, I don't want to be seen as a quitter. But that's not it at all. It's a shift in responsibilities and a shift in priorities. So for the prosperity and financial and professional aspect of this, what is the message, Spirit? What do you want that part of the collective to know? You will always be prosperous in that you have the ability. There's no sitting still. Okay, so if you're part of this read and you're part of this part of the collective that has this part of this reading, and again, it's general message. What I'm hearing is it's like the goose that laid the golden egg. I swear to you, I keep seeing a golden egg. So whatever you do, wherever your heart is, whatever you pour your heart into, whatever you pour your drive into, there is no in between. It's just like pressing hard and hitting things hard and getting to it. There's sort of an all or nothing attitude. And I'm seeing someone becoming like a CEO of their own company. That's pretty impressive. It will take a little while to get there. But you're going to fill a niche that you didn't even know existed and that you didn't even know you needed to fill at this time. It will take about 6 months to come to the awareness of what the idea is, and I'm thinking about 3 years for it to truly take off. So there's going to be some time where it's like, whoa, is this a good idea or not? But I think I keep getting a 3. So, and I'm getting a sense of years. So 3 years from now, there will be this, I'm hearing corporate sponsorship. Someone is going to fund whatever these events are, this big odyssey or whatever it is that you take people on. There's going to be corporate sponsorship for events. Let's just say events. Okay. Now, for the people on the other end of it, with the personal and relationship aspect of it, what is the advice for them, Spirit? They're saying they don't need it because they're strong enough and they already know within themselves what is the right thing to do, what is the ethical thing to do, and what their heart dictates that they do, while making sure everyone is at peace and taken care of, or as much peace as possible. They're saying the only advice they would give is lead by example. Okay. And we can all do that in our own lives. You know, talk to the person at the checkout lane, the cashier, to say, hi, how are you today? It's been really busy. You know, just small talk, but it does help. And if you say, oh, yes, how are you today? Oh, great. People know it's disingenuous. If it's, hi, I hope you're doing well. How's your day been? It's genuine. Now, there are people behind you and you've got things to do too, so it's not going to last for 20 minutes. But while you're there, you never know what gift that might be for the person that you're talking to. And other people have done that for me in different situations where I'm just kind of standing and waiting and doing whatever, and, you know, someone has something nice to say that's genuinely nice. And it shifts my mood and changes where I am. Okay? So those are things we can all do that kind of fit along with that same lead by example too, you know? All right. So what next? What next? I know. All right. This is such a big box. I actually keep two decks in here. I'm going to take them both out. First, we're going to use the Forest of Enchantment. This is a tarot deck that has a beautiful book, full color book, and it has a lot of information. The deck is very manageable in terms of size. And the imagery and the descriptions or the words they use are a little bit, it is tarot, but it is, they use other ways to describe it. The suits. They use other ways to describe the suits. All right. One more time. Look at the bottom. They wanted me to look at the bottom. This print is really small. 5 of visions. So yeah, they're using like visions. And I think that's cups maybe. We'll find out. See, there's nothing in there to tell me what they, except that there's water around. And a frog. Interesting message coming through for this one. She was so worried about that ball rolling and dropping into the water. This frog, I love frogs anyway. They are bringers of joy, you know, in what I see in them. This frog is just watching. Your allies may show up in unexpected places and ways. So just because you don't understand it, give it a chance. Understand. Everyone and everything has a backstory. And that might not be a frog at all. Could be that prince. All right. So, all right. Okay. What is the message for the collective from the Forest of Enchantment Tarot? All right. 1, 2. What is the message for the collective from the Forest of Enchantment Tarot? Just a cool name even. Okay. All right. Ooh, top of the deck. Ace of challenges. So challenges, I'm pretty sure, are going to be swords. But it's a white crow or a white raven, a spirit raven. Huh. Just holding that one arrow but pointing down. Someone's going to get a download. Yeah, someone's going to get a download. And on the bottom of the deck, Weaver of Visions. This is a woman who's got fins on her feet. And she's looking up. She's swimming from the water up, looking into the light, and she's glowing and shimmering. So you're going to get someone, is this connected to this read? Potentially? Okay. So this is someone who, with that single arrow pointing down with the spirit crow, someone's about to get a download about their purpose in life. Someone is about to get a download about their point. And I just heard that. Just heard it. I thought it was going to be something else. That's what came out of my mouth. So I guess that's where we're going. Thank you, Spirit. Someone's getting ready to step into their light. And once that download hits, it almost has that feeling of, it's like you can't unring the bell. Once you know, you know. So get ready. Just be prepared. Once you know, you know. Okay, so the 3 cards that came out. And interesting, the order they came out in. 10 of Boons. And so that's going to be like coins or pentacles. The 10 of Coins. Big, giant, happy family celebrating. I just heard a victory. And so look at the colors too. So we have, these are the 3 cards. We have these kind of mossy green colors over here. And in this one, it's the warm hearth fire tones. So normally you would think of it ending that way, but it starts out that way. Someone has every advantage. Someone has everything they want right now. But then they realize there's still more. There can be fulfillment in your home and in your home life, but the need for the Green Mother, the Empress, to step forward. When any individual has this much awareness, strength, connection, and power, it's time. The rabbit is what's actually standing out here. It's time for the fertility of your wisdom to be spread. I know that doesn't make sense, but that's just the way it's coming out. You have a fertile bed of information. Wisdom is the key here, and it's time to let that multiply. And hence the child on the lap. Now we have the 4 of Visions. Look at that poor pitiful thing. This little bird flew out of the water, glitter coming off its tail feathers, a little bit of a struggle. Brother is just kind of like, whatever. Okay. He cannot see the beauty around him, and there's a little dragonfly up here. The little dragonfly is trying to get his attention. Lily pads and lotuses and this beautiful magical bird. This is a young person who may not like some changes happening. They're not seeing with clarity. So, for example, if someone does make a career change, there may be others that feel like it may affect them negatively, or it may put more pressure on them to do more, and they're not ready to step into that role yet. I need some clarification on that last one. What about the 4? Okay. Huh. This person is in for an interesting almost treat. Because we go from this blah, 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 poor pill for me, into a world of magic and mystery. And look at this. Look how cool. Look at the colors on this one. All right, now this is moonlight. And again, there are all those rabbits around, but this time they almost look punch drunk, like, ooh, they're just kind of, their eyes are wide open. I don't know that they're scared as much as just in this mystical lack of time and space. This is a weird one. I don't fully know where this is going, so let's see. Ace of Spells. Okay, so spells are wands. And then you got a little dragon getting ready to light the flame of awareness and knowledge. And then you have the white hart, or the stag, the white stag. In regular tarot, this would be the fool, taking a leap of faith with everything ahead of them. This is not your typical fool card, though. That is an impressive and powerful animal. This is a mystical animal that has more innate power than the regular fool card could ever have imagined having. So for now, 6 of challenges. Hang tight, lay low or lie low. Get your wits about you, take a breather, get a rest, because the journey is about to begin. I have a feeling typical or, the regular reading of these cards would be very different, but you know what? That's just what's coming through. Someone is about to share their knowledge and gifts and wisdom. And what is the expected road is not the expected, does not become the road taken. The expected road, which is lovely and wonderful, is not the one taken. There is a complete detour, because there's also this sense of, this doesn't have to be a young person, it could be anyone at any age, but this person is definitely younger than an empress here. And the genders don't matter. I mean, it's all the energy that matters. So this person, disgruntled. It just feels disgruntled, like disgruntled energy. But I feel like there's this sense of getting ready to embark on sort of the fear of the unknown is there, and the uncertainty of the unknown. But something is going to light up for this person, and they're going to see clearly, and they're going to know immediately, rest up, because the big adventure is coming. There's going to be a lot of movement. Whomever this is for, whatever part of the collective this is for, there's going to be a lot of transition and a lot of moving. I feel like, particularly with a stag like that, I feel like, they can be very fast, very agile. There's going to be a lot of fast movement and a lot of ground covered. I also feel like someone may start literally running. Yeah, literally running. Okay. So that didn't feel very cohesive to me, but I don't know. This deck I struggle with that one. Even with just getting messages across, I'm like, oh. And I kind of shut down and I get a little too in my head with it. So let's get one clarifier from the Wisdom of Avalon Oracle cards by Colette Baron Reed. Before this gets any longer, let me just get a clarifying card from this deck to help me understand what you want me to say, Spirit, to the individual involved in this that's getting ready. What do you have? What information do you have for that stag? Because the stag is the same as the others in that. And well, there are two ways to read it, but I feel like overwhelmingly it's someone coming into their own. And on the bottom we have focus. Stay on the path, and the deer. All right. Not a stag this time, but a deer. All right. So what is the message for the part of the collective? Okay. And that one. Okay. Oh, there are three there. Okay. This makes more sense. All right. So what at first feels like a disruption is actually going to help you to get a bird's eye view or rise above and find your true power and your true strength. You are learning to see clearly and gain independence, a little attitude. That's okay. Definitely independence that will lead you to, and this card is the Bard. Music, poetry, myth, history, the enchantment of storytelling. Basically, this is the traveling card again. This is someone traveling a lot. This is someone covering a lot of ground and moving around a lot. Bards back at this time period, like in medieval and Renaissance, mainly Renaissance, not so much medieval, but in Renaissance history, they were travelers. They traveled in a caravan. So telling their stories and performing their skits and doing whatever. So what at first feels like a disruption is happening to help this part of the collective gain their sight, clarity, soar above, find their strength and independence. And let me tell you, a cat always lands on their feet. Well, some of mine might not, but they're too big to jump up on something where they'd have to jump down. So, but most cats are, they are independent. They embody independence and survival, but they also always come out ahead because they always land on their feet. And it ends with traveling around and having a pretty darn good time doing it. A really good time. So everything that was in that last one, that's the outcome. So that's a pretty darn good outcome, I would say. Okay, so these, I don't know, I love that deck, but man, the Enchanted Forest, but I'm just not so sure about it in terms of, I think it's something that you have to really be in the mood for, and that is a good vibe for you. Well, okay, time for me to charge up my microphone. It's got a little red light on it, but I'm pretty sure you can still hear me. And I think that's about it. I think this is microwavable. I need to heat it up. All right. Yay, us. All right. Be well, everyone. Be happy. And I know sometimes things can be a little scary and change can be scary. But the ones who are adaptable, and that doesn't mean shirking responsibility, but the ones who are adaptable are the ones who, much like the cat, will land on their feet. I am sending so much love to all of you. Thank you so much. And I hope you have the best, well, I did say this was going to be for 24 to 48 hours. So the best day, or whenever you see this, evening, morning, whatever, when it's on your timeline, your time frame. Okay, well, I'm starting to ramble big time, so I'm going to go ahead and go now. And take care, and we will talk soon. Bye.